Talking about Yoko Taro game without mentioning the man himself would be an impossible feat to accomplish, especially for the 2017 game Nier Automata, developed by Square Enix, the company famous for the Final Fantasy series, which especially asked for a Yoko Taro game, as they were fans of him and who couldn't care for the low sales of his previous titles. And that is a miracle, because now we have an amazing action, bullet hell, RPG, and every other game that defines every convention and opens up a whole new world for video games storytelling. With its M rating, targeting a more adult type of gamer around 17 and 21, this PS4 and PC masterpiece tackles themes of existentialism and human condition through its main cast, the androids 9S and 2B, tasked to destroy the robots that have conquered Earth for the glory of mankind. Through your quest, you will travel an ever-changing world through the robot and android camps, traveling through multiple levels and completing missions and quests that range from the exploration of an isolated desert to a beautiful named park full of live-up to desperate search for a close friend. Slowly, you'll discover a story that will ultimately challenge your own sense of accomplishment for the sake of others. With its masterful use of the meta, the story that this game tells will surely resonate with every type of gamer, and it will create new expectations of what a story can contribute to the mechanics and systems of a game. Focusing on the perspective of each individual, this game will make you understand every side of the story through its multiple endings, although some are more questionable than others. And don't worry, you're going to want to get to those endings no matter the choice you have to make. And prepare to attack and avoid the enemies in a game that can change genres and mediums with complete confidence and always for the sake of its story. And really, prepare to avoid with the help of R2 and continue your attack with square for a light attack and with triangle for a heavy attack, while you fire relentlessly with R1, jump with X, interact with the world with circle, and move with left joystick while you aim and move the camera with the right joystick. This is a game that challenges game logic and completely succeeds at it. It's a game that wants to be whatever it chooses to be at any moment of the experience and drags you along its ride with every element of its being. We patiently await the next game of Yoko Taro. 10 out of 10. Every modern console of Nintendo has to have its 3D Mario installment. The N64 had Mario 64, the GameCube had Mario Sunshine, and the Wii had Superior Mario Galaxy, which brings the whole Mario experience into a whole new galaxy, quite literally. Released in 2007 to universal acclaim, this 3D platformer masterclass introduces amazing ideas with each jump that Mario makes. It's really a game that is enjoyed by for everyone, not only the kids 7 to 12 that Nintendo targeted. Just ask its sequel that was basically an expansion pack for the sake of preserving the amazing mechanics, controls, and universe that this game had. Of course, the story is nothing to talk about with Mario once again going through every obstacle in his way to Princess Peach, who, after a cake invasion, was snatched by King Bowser. Not that the story really matters, it's just an excuse to explore every level in form of a planet that this game has to offer, in which you'll discover the land of the bees, the treacherous aquatic course, a ghost town, and a child's dream in the form of a world made out of candy. All of this was made possible by one of the most creative hub worlds in the form of the Comet Observatory. Each stage will bring a new challenge to the table. Some will test your reaction time to impending doom, others will test your speed in completing the task at hand, others will reward your curiosity, and others will reward your calmness in stressful situations. Some stages will even have a boss at the end, that behave more like a puzzle you need to resolve to emerge victorious. Just remember to follow the task you are being asked to do. And also remember the star bits you need to collect. Those will surely come in handy as they are used both as currency for cool items and for points to open up new stages. And I'll tell you, you need to have this game. It's not even that hard to find, being playable in the Wii U with its backwards compatibility, and now on the Switch with Mario Superstar Collection, which is a pretty great deal considering that you can now play the previous two amazing Mario games, and you can have Odyssey as well, another fantastic game in this series. And of course, it's easy to play with the jump attached to the A button, the collection and release of the star bits tied to the gyroscope of your controller, plus the B button and your movement tied to the nunchuck, and combine every movement with the crouching ability that the Z button has for a complete experience of what this game has to offer. You will have the time of your life in this adventure, being constantly in awe with every new idea that is thrown to you. Be prepared to be blown out with this amazing game. 9.5 out of 10. Following the success that was A Link to the Past, Nintendo wanted the next entry in the Zelda series to have something else, to push it to the next level. With the Nintendo 64 launching with another masterpiece in the form of Mario 64 shortly after in 1998, while using every ounce of power from the console, they managed to push the Zelda series into the third dimension with Ocarina of Time revolutionizing gaming, once again to create what's considered to be one of the greatest games of all time, if not the greatest. Although this action-adventure classic was aimed primarily at kids aged 8 to 14 with its E rating, it's a game that will be enjoyed by everyone with its emphasis on combat, exploration, and puzzle solving that will challenge every type of gamer. Moreover, it's incredibly easy to find, being originally available for the Nintendo 64 with ports into the GameCube, Wii, and Wii U through the Virtual Console, and with a remake with updated graphics for the 3DS. Here's hoping for a port to the Switch. The game follows Link in his courage-guided quest to help the Princess Zelda defeat Ganondorf before and after he brings the land of Hyrule into ruins. In his journey, he will be fighting a multitude of enemies, from plants to Eskeletons up to ancient dragons. It is up to you to explore the overworld and its many secrets, and to solve the perfectly designed dungeons that serve as the levels of the game, located all over the world, like in the ruins of an ancient temple, or the inside of a volcano, or the inside of a mystic well. In these dungeons, you'll find numerous items and treasures you can wield to help you in the completion of the quest. The only thing you need to do is learn how to move yourself in every environment depending on which console you will use. With the B button, you can use the swords, the joystick for 360 movement, A for interaction with the environment and NPCs, the Z button for locking on the enemies, and the C buttons to use the items you'll be collecting throughout your adventure. Because after you know how to explore this world, you will not want to stop listening to the amazing music while being surprised in every corner, while having the time of your life with one of the greatest gaming experiences that you can have. And for our final score, we cannot give it anything less than 10 out of 10. It's truly a classic that everyone should play at least once in their life. I'm sure you'll enjoy it.